Murder on the green. Golf's rising star killed in front of his girlfriend. Can you help solve the case? Jake McMillan, the promising young golf prodigy, so full of potential, makes a confident putt, his ball rolling through the morning air. A sharp, hollow crack echoes across the course. Too harsh, too sudden. Jake collapses. The golf club slips from his fingers as his body crumples to the green. His face twists in pain, then goes still. The tranquil Scottish Highlands, so peaceful moments before, are shattered by the brutal reality of a life taken in an instant. Jake's body lies motionless, a stark contrast against the emerald green of the course. Sophie Grant, Jake's new girlfriend, watches from a distance, frozen in disbelief. Her eyes wide with horror, she takes a step forward, but it's too late. The air, thick with the heavy mist of the early morning, seems to close in around her. Her hands shake as she rushes to his side. But it's clear, Jake McMillan, the next big thing in golf, is gone. Time slows. A crumpled piece of paper flutters out from Jake's grasp, barely visible among the dew-covered grass, carrying with it a faint message of finality. As the wind picks it up, the paper dances through the air like a whisper of something sinister. In the distance, Gregory Holt, Jake's manager, watches from the clubhouse entrance, his expression unreadable, calm, unfazed. And Gavin Carrington, Jake's fierce competitor, stands just off the green, partially obscured by shadows. He watches the scene unfold, his cold eyes narrowing as he observes Jake's fall. The rivalry between them was well known, and now Gavin's presence at this critical moment raises even more questions. Was he just a witness, or did he know more than he lets on? But who would want to kill the next golfing sensation? Was it jealousy, revenge, or something darker lurking beneath the surface of this seemingly perfect morning? Welcome to the Covert Detective Agency, where every mystery has a story waiting to be unraveled. Can you solve this one? The clues are all around you. Watch closely as we uncover the secrets, the motives, and the lies hidden beneath the surface of this tragic death. Your insights and theories are invaluable. Please share your thoughts in the comments below, for your engagement inspires us to craft new and enthralling mystery videos. Your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is to identify the killer, uncover their motive, and piece together the 4 key clues. But beware, a few red herrings have been cunningly placed to mislead you. Can you solve the mystery of Jake McMillan's murder? Stay tuned and watch closely. The police had already arrived. The body had been removed, but the green where Jake McMillan had fallen was marked off with bright yellow tape, a grim reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded here. David Thompson, a detective from the Covert Detective Agency, had been attending the tournament as a spectator. But when the call came in, he knew the case would demand more than just a casual observer. His passion for golf, paired with his sharp investigative skills, made him uniquely suited for this case. And now, as the Covert Detective Agency's lead investigator, he would uncover the secrets buried beneath the green. Officer Alistair McGregor, a Scottish policeman, met him at the scene. "Good to have you here, sir. The body's already been taken away, but we've got the scene marked off. What we found is all here, just waiting for your eyes." Thompson nodded and stepped toward the green, where a few onlookers and officers were still milling about. The spot where Jake had fallen was marked off by tape. The crime was real, it was happening, and David was here to solve it. David examines the spot closely, visually inspecting the broken golf club, still remaining at the scene. He looked at the broken club. Did it belong to Jake McMillan? It was clear it had been used in the attack, but whose was it? It wasn't a cheap one either. The markings on the grip and the brand stood out. David knew who it could be linked to. After a few minutes of silent inspection, David walked over to the nearby police car, where Officer McGregor had a few more items laid out on the hood. David approaches Officer Alistair McGregor, who had a small stack of evidence. "We found this by his body, sir. A crumpled note, barely readable, but one word stood out: finished." David asked Officer McGregor if they had identified anyone of interest in the case. Officer McGregor replied, "There are 3 individuals who appear to be related to the case: Gavin Carrington, the ambitious golfer and a competitor of the victim; Gregory Holt, Jake's manager; and Amanda Sinclair, Jake's ex-girlfriend. Each had their own story, and each had reasons to be involved. The detective approached the practice green, inspecting the area again with a sharp eye. The early morning fog had begun to dissipate, but the tension still lingered. Sophie Grant, Jake's girlfriend, was still at the scene, her face pale and filled with shock. She had been the first to discover Jake's body. Sophie Grant could barely speak. "I saw him fall. One moment, he was fine, and the next, he collapsed. I don't know what happened. I heard a sound like a golf club, but it wasn't normal. Sophie, I need you to tell me everything you saw. Can you remember anything about the people around here? Anyone who might have had a reason to be near Jake?" Sophie nodded slowly, still visibly shaken. "I saw Gavin Carrington. He was standing by the trees just watching Jake. I didn't think much of it at the time, but now it seems off. And Gregory Holt, his manager. He was around too, but he didn't seem upset at all. Not like the rest of us." As David examined the green, where Jake McMillan had fallen, the scene was unsettlingly quiet. But there was one question that lingered. Where was Jake's caddy? The caddy had been with him all morning, but now there was no sign of him. David turned to Officer Alistair McGregor to ask about his whereabouts. "Where's Jake's caddy? He should have been with Jake during the practice round." Officer McGregor replied, "Ah, the caddy? He stepped off the green a few minutes before the incident. Jake got a notice from the clubhouse that he had to take a call. No cell phones allowed on the course, you see. A check on the phone records revealed that someone locally had called from a cell phone for Jake McMillan. The caddy had been telling the truth. David goes to meet with Gavin Carrington in a private room at the clubhouse. Jake was talented, sure, but he didn't respect the game like I do. He had everything handed to him. I've been working my whole life for this, and here comes this kid getting all the attention. It made me sick. Did you have any disagreements with Jake recently?" Gavin Carrington scoffs. "Disagreements? We had a few. I said some things, probably too much. But murder? No, I just wanted to beat him on the course." David Thompson wasn't convinced. Gavin's jealousy was evident. But did that jealousy run deep enough to kill Jake? David goes to meet Gregory Holt in an office overlooking the course. Jake was more than just a client. He was a partner, a future legend. Losing him would have ruined me. We had a deal, you know. He was going to stick with me, his whole career mapped out. He wouldn't just leave me. David Thompson was reading Gregory's body language, calm but observant. Were you aware Jake had been talking about switching managers? Gregory Holt pauses, then shakes his head. No, he wasn't going to leave me. Not for someone else. I couldn't let that happen. Gregory's words were tense. David leaves to speak with Amanda Sinclair in a small, quiet corner of the clubhouse. "I love Jake, I always did. But things change. He didn't want me anymore. And I saw how quickly he moved on. How could he just throw everything away like that? But no, I didn't kill him. I wanted to confront him, but not like that." David Thompson asks, "You two had a bitter breakup. How do you feel about him moving on so quickly?" Amanda Sinclair pauses, voice trembling slightly. "It hurt, more than I can say. But I would never hurt him. He meant too much to me." David thought to himself, Amanda's grief was palpable. But did her pain turn into something more dangerous? Was her heartbreak enough to push her to murder? Detectives, have you distinguished the crucial clues from the cunning misdirections? Have you grasped the true motive behind Jake McMillan's death? Or are you still in search of that definitive piece of evidence that connects all the dots? Embedded within the verses of a song about Jake's tragic last day playing golf, lie hints that could guide you to solve his murder.
The sun's just rising, the fog's still low. Jake swings his club, the tension grows. A broken golf club lying on the ground, a mystery left where the truth's been found. It's not his, this club belongs to someone else, a name we know but can't yet tell. Who left it behind? Who made the call? Was it Gregory or someone else at all? A crumpled note with the word finished inside. A message for Jake, no place to hide. Whispers on the green, they call your name. Clues are scattered, all the same. What's the cost of silence? Who's to blame? The whispers on the green will say your name. The caddy you on, he stepped away. A message to carry, but at what cost to stay? Was it just bad timing? A part of a plan? The truth's unraveling, slipping like sand. Gavin's jealous, frustration in his eyes. Does that mean murder or just goodbyes? Who stepped away? Who made the call? Was it the caddy or someone else at all? A crumpled note with the word finished inside. A message for Jake, no place to hide. Whispers on the green, they're growing loud. Each one deeper, lost in the crowd. What's the cost of silence? Who's to blame? The whispers on the green will say your name. Gregory's worried, his future's on the line. Jake's departure means the end of his climb. Controls the motive, money the key. Did Gregory go too far to keep Jake free? A man that's grief is real, that's for sure, but doesn't mask a motive more obscure. Who made the call? Who took the life? Was it Gregory or the one in strife? A crumpled note, the truth now clear. The mystery solved, the answer's near. Whispers on the green, they're all gone now. The truth is out, we know just how. What's the cost of silence? Who's to blame? The whispers on the green say your name. The fog now clears, the whispers fade, but the truth is something we can't trade. The green will stand, the answer's near. The whispers speak, and we must hear.
Detectives, are you ready to crack the case? Have you figured out who killed Jake McMillan? The song should have helped you identify the clues and distinguish them from the red herrings. If you're still fitting the puzzle pieces together, take a moment and pause the video to finalize your theories and decide who the murderer really is. Here's what David Thompson found out. Clue number 1. The broken golf club has a distinctive mark that belongs to one of the suspects. Clue number 2. The crumpled note with the word "finished" written on it indicates a personal threat to Jake McMillan. It was something written by someone who had a close relationship to Jake. Clue number 3, Gregory's distraction to keep Jake as a client. His body language and tone about Jake's career hint at an obsession with personal financial problems. Clue number 4, the timing of the caddy's disappearance indicated that the murder was pre-planned by someone who knew exactly where Jake would be at a certain time. There were also a couple of red herrings or misdirections to deflect the investigation. Red herring number 1, Amanda Sinclair's grief. Her anxiety and sadness were real. She had no real motive to kill Jake. She actually wanted him back. Red herring number 2, Gavin Carrington's jealousy and frustration. Gavin was only a competitor who wanted to beat Jake fair and square on the course. So here's the answer you have been searching for. Jake McMillan was killed by his manager, Gregory Holt, after he had explosive lethal darts put in the grip of a putter. His motive was true spite. He knew Jake was going to fire him, and he didn't want anyone else to profit from Jake's talents. Gregory Holt had planned to make the murder appear to be done by the caddy, but he hadn't planned on the investigation revealing the truth. We hope you enjoyed this mystery and had as much fun solving it as we had creating it. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a case. And for our most dedicated sleuths, we invite you to become an honorary member of the Covert Detective Agency at www.thecovertdetectiveagency.com, where you'll unlock over 20 exclusive benefits, including access to the final confrontation scenes that reveal the motive of the killer and why they did it. Finally, we'd love to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts, theories, and suggestions for future mysteries in the comments below.